Hello everyone, welcome back to Room Techno. Today we're going to be looking at the NVIDIA Shield portable gaming console. I'm just going to take you around the device and show you what's included in the packaging. So this is the original packaging that your NVIDIA Shield comes in. It's a nice big box. So there's some information on the side. Here's the backing. Nothing on the left side. Okay, let's open it up and see what's included. So when you first open the box, you're presented with the NVIDIA Shield console. Let's put this aside and see what else is included in the box. So this looks like an envelope with some warranty information, maybe the manual on how to get started with your NVIDIA Shield. Yeah, and there's some registration and warranty paperwork in here as well. You can always look through that. See what this is. Yep, just a quick setup guide on how to set up your NVIDIA Shield. Nothing too interesting. You're also, it's also the AC wall charger included in the box, as well as the USB sync cable and charging cable. Let's put this aside and take a look around the device. Alright, let's take a look around the device. On the back, you'll find your micro SD card slot right here. I believe this device supports up to 32 GB of external micro SD. At the bottom, you have your mini HDMI output port. So you can actually stream HD videos from this device onto your HD TV. Right next to it, you have your micro USB charging port. Next to that, there's the 3.5mm headphone jack. And there's a vent above all these ports. So when you're playing a CPU-intensive game, the fan will actually turn on and cool down the device for you. You're presented with 4 buttons on the back of the device as well. I'm not sure if it's programmable, but I guess we'll have to see later. On the bottom, there's really nothing. There's no buttons or anything. And also on the sides, there isn't anything. Now let's take a look at the front. The front, there's this metal plate on top of the NVIDIA Shield, and it's held on magnetically. And I believe that the front plate can actually be changed. There's other colors that you can purchase for it. I'm not sure if that's available yet, but if you want to customize your NVIDIA Shield, you can always buy a different color front plate, but it attaches magnetically. Let's open up the device now. You're presented with a 5-inch 1280 by 720 LCD display. I believe the pixel count is 294 pixel per inch. NVIDIA calls this display retinal display. I'm not too sure why they call it that. Maybe because it's sharp or something. But this is not a 1080p display. Below that, you have your 2 speakers. You have your speaker button right here, volume button. This is your NVIDIA button, which also acts as a power button. You have your home button, your back button, and I believe this is a start button right here. You have your standard controller, X, Y, B, A buttons, and a dual analog control. I'm gripping this in my hand. It feels quite comfortable. It feels like holding a regular Xbox controller. If any of you guys have an Xbox controller, this feels quite comfortable in the hand. A bit heavy, I would say. So if you're planning to use this for long periods of time, you might want to rest this on something because it is kind of heavy. You might strain your hand. But let's turn on the device. So like I said, this middle button is your on button. And there we go, NVIDIA Shield. So I'm gonna go through the setup and I'll check back with you guys soon. So after going through your typical standard Android setup screen, this is the home page you're presented with. You can navigate through the home screen with your finger. It is touch sensitive and it feels quite responsive. Although this is not a 1080p display, text is very sharp on this screen. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but for a 720p display, this is quite sharp. That's probably why NVIDIA calls this retinal display. Besides touch input, you can also navigate around your screen or program using your up, down, left, right controller. Also, your left analog control serve as an up, down, left, right control as well. Your right analog controller actually acts as a mouse cursor. So if you use it, you can actually use it to click on little buttons in different menus. So just move the mouse on top of what you want to click on and just click it. So that was interesting to have, because for such a small display, sometimes you're surfing the web and there might be a link that's small and you might not be able to touch it. You always have the option of using the mouse cursor right here to click on certain small links. So the NVIDIA Shield actually comes with a Tegra 4 quad-core processor. I believe it's clocked at 1.9 gigahertz. There's 2 GB of RAM inside. There's 16 GB of flash memory. But if you ever need more memory, you can always put in a external micro SD card slot on the back. There's your standard Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 3.0, and also GPS. There is a gyroscope and also an accelerometer inside. And this device comes with a 28.8 watt-hour battery. And based on other reviews I've read up, this device will actually last 4 to 5 hours with intensive 3D games. Normal Android games like Angry Birds or games that are less CPU and graphic intensive, you can play up to 10 hours. If you're going to surf the web on here, I believe you can surf the web up to 14 hours on Wi-Fi. And if you're watching an HD video on here, you can use it for up to 15 hours. So that's a pretty impressive battery life for such a small portable gaming console. This device actually comes with Android 4.3 Jelly Bean. So I would say, comparing this to the other consoles out there, portable consoles like the PSP Vita and also the Nintendo 3DS, this is a very attractive option because it is a full Android operating system. You can download different apps from the Google App Store. You can watch videos without having to convert it. There's actually a lot of things you can do because the App Store for Google or for Android is getting really big. So any apps you can think of, you can download it and use it for this device. So as I stated before, the center button acts as your power on button, but it also acts as the NVIDIA Shield button, which you can press and it loads up the NVIDIA Shield program. So you can actually download NVIDIA Shield games. There's the Shield store. Another interesting thing about this device is you can actually stream your PC games directly onto the device, but the requirement for your PC is that it must have a minimum of a GTX 650 GPU card, and that is a very expensive card, and not many people have that card. So if you do not have that card or anything higher than that, then the PC game streaming would not work for this device. And I don't quite understand why you would want to buy this device just to stream a PC game, because the streaming requires Wi-Fi, so you have to be on the same Wi-Fi. And since you're at home using this device anyways, if you want to play a PC game, you might as well just use your computer and play. There's a bigger display. It'll be a better experience. But for those who are lazy and want to play this, say, in bed or on the couch and not sit in front of a computer, that is an option. You just have to know that the requirement for the PC streaming to work is, the minimum requirement is that GTX 650 GPU card. So my initial impression of this gaming console, I believe that this is a very attractive device compared to the PSP Vita and Nintendo 3DS. It's priced at $259 right now, I believe. I'm not too sure what the pricing of the other two gaming console is. It might be a little bit lower than NVIDIA Shield, but given the functionality of this device, I feel that this is a much better option. It has a full Android operating system on the device, and you can do so much with it. So this was just my initial impression of the gaming console. I might do an in-depth review of it. I'm not too sure, but if there is anything you want me to take a look at, if there's any questions, just let me know in the comments below, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.